Alright, so this is a video from the Atlanta Online Trading Academy support desk. Just going over a few questions from one of our students on TradeStation charting and just getting around TradeStation. So I want to cover as much as I can in the next 10 to 15 minutes. First off, just the basics here on TradeStation. One of the most used areas on TradeStation will be this view button. From the view button, we'll get the order bar, position graph bar, and shortcut bar, so I can toggle them on and off. So the order bar, this is where I can come in and do entry single order long or short with the stops and targets. You can see it'll tell you futures, options, equities, whichever one that you last clicked on. View, position graph bar. This is going to be both kind of your watch list up here, plus any position that you're in will also populate up here. Right now I'm not in a position, so there's nothing to do. I can actually close positions from here and get into and flatten all of my positions if I want from this position graph bar. Shortcut bar. This is huge. You got to use this a lot. This is where you're going to be getting your charts and your radar screens and matrices. I use this bar all the time. Alright, and then we also have the status bar. Status bar down here, this is what is going to give us, tell us what account we're trading right now, what our open P&L and closed P&L are, if you're in simulated or live as well. Alright, so if I want to, first off, if I want to do two charts in this workspace, so right now I'm in a workspace. This workspace is one of many that I have going on. You can name these different workspaces and put as much as you want in them. Right now, to start a new workspace though, it's just File and then New and then Workspace, and that will allow you to get an untitled workspace like I have right here. Once you get the untitled workspace, all you're going to do is you're going to add what you want. So if I want two charts, I'm going to click on Chart and then Chart again, and if I come up to this window button up here and I arrange all, now I have two charts. Alright, if I want both of these to be the same symbol, I will click on the S and that will link the symbols together. If I want them to be the same interval, the same time frame, I'll do the same with the eyes. But I don't want that. I want, let's say right here, I want a 60-minute chart. So I'm going to type in 60 and enter. So once I'm in a minute time frame, if I want to go to a different minute, a different interval of the minute integer, then I just type it in 100. If I want to go to 120, I type in 120 and enter. If I want to go to a 11-minute chart, enter. You'll hear a lot of people talk about the 240-minute chart, so type in 240, not 240, 240, and then enter. Alright, so this is going to give me my whatever time frame that I want just by typing in. If I want to go to a daily from a minute chart, I have to type in daily. Alright, if I want to go to monthly, I type in monthly and enter. Basically, I'm showing you just a shortcut version of this button right here. Okay? I can also use that button. Alright, so if I'm on a monthly or a daily or a weekly and I want to go back to a minute time frame, then I'm going to type in a minute, 60-minute. I mean, any minute will work. You hit in the minute that you want to look at and then MIN and enter, and it'll take you back to the minute chart. Alright, it's very useful right there. If I want to make this chart full screen, then I'll click on the maximize button right here, and now it's full screen. And up in this top right corner we have restore down button, so I'm going to left click on that and it's going to bring it back down to normal size. Now a shortcut with TradeStation is you have your left click on the mouse and you have a right click as well. If you were to right click right here very quickly, so right click, double right click is what we call that, and it will make it a full size chart. If you double right click again, it will restore it back down. Now that function only works with charts. So if I'm in if I have a matrix, okay, and I double right click on the matrix, it's not going to do anything. Okay, so that only works with the chart. All right. One of the most useful things about TradeStation is that no matter what you're in, whether it's a radar screen, a matrix, a position graph bar, order bar, if you right click, it will bring up all the options for that specific window. So this is bringing up all the options for the window, for the charting window. If I were to do the same in the order bar, right click, it's going to give me all the different options for order entry and for the order bar. If I want to go to the order entry preferences, then I can just right click on the order bar and bring this up, and there I have it. Alright. Okay, so two different ways to enter in orders. Alright, first way is through the order bar, and the second way is through the matrix. Okay, so the matrix is nothing more than a price ladder. Price goes up and down. Alright, if I want to buy, I'm going to buy on the bid side. That's where I'm buying. If I want to sell, I'm going to sell on the ask side. So these columns here are used primarily for resting orders. If I place an order, here, then I have a buy order. It's above the current market, so it's a buy stop, and when price gets to here, it'll trigger it, and I'll buy to get into the market. Those are used for breakout trades. If I come down below current price and place a limit order, then I'm basically saying, hey, price up here is too expensive. I'm not going to pay this, but I will when it comes down into this area. I'll pay a cheaper price. All right, so that is a resting buy order. That's a limit order. Same thing on the sell side. If I'm selling, I'm saying this is too cheap for me to sell. I want price to come up to this level, and then I'll sell. Okay, so that's going to be your limit sell. If current price, let's say you're looking at this chart right here, and you determine that if price breaks below 28.36, that you want to be a seller. You're going to play the breakout. So I want to come down and place on the sell side a stop market sell. So now I have a sell. All right. All those orders that I just showed you are strictly just the order. All right. If I want to include a stop and a target, then I'm going to click the attach OSO, and that's going to include my stop and my target, which are called an OSO. All right. The stop and the target are actually an OCO, order cancels order. All right. So the way this works is when my order, this is my active order. These are pending. These are the OSO. So when this is filled, then it will send to the market my stop and my target. My stop and my target are an OCO, meaning that when one of them is hit, it's going to cancel the other one out. All right, so if I drag this up and get into the market,
order filled.
All right, so now my target is right here, and my stop is right here. If one of them is filled, it will cancel the other one out. That allows me to walk away from the computer. And the main thing is that I had a good to cancel order, so I can walk away from the computer and know for certain that one of them is going to get filled. Okay, so it's kind of peace of mind. And the end of the day, since it's not a day order, it's a good to cancel. It'll be there for 90 days. If it were a day order, at the end of the day, my stop and my target would go away. Okay. All right. If I want to change the parameters of my stop and my target, then I'm going to click on this ... button, and that will change how many ticks or pennies or whatever it's going to be away from your actual order. So if I say 16 and 8, I'm going to say OK. I'm just going to close this order, close this position, and I'm going to buy back in at market. So notice here that my stop is 8 ticks away, and my target is 16 ticks away. And that was done by changing the options right here. This ... changes the options of the bracket. Alright? let's say I get into the market. I'm going to buy a lot of, I'm going to get in with multiple contracts.
Order filled.
All right.
Order
All right.
filled.
I hit the button quite a few times. So I have 18 positions. I have 18 contracts in the market. And let's say I only had one stop and one target, and I wanted to change that around. Okay, I want to have 2 targets, 1 stop. All right. So I'm going to change my place OCO. You see we have an entry OCOs, and then we have exit brackets. So I'm going to change these exit brackets. I'm going to change it to 2 targets, 1 stop. All right, and I'm going to cancel these other stops and targets. I'm going to get them out of there. All right, so now I have nothing. I just have a position in the market. I have a position. Notice that when I hit cancel all, it left my position, but it took away my orders. So now I'm going to hit place OCO. Alright. Alright. So since I did 2 limits, 2 targets, 1 stop, it now has 2 targets. Okay. Yes. And I only have 1 stop. Alright. So that's just that's how you're gonna This is how you're gonna change your quantity on your stop and your target. And if let's say you're going through and you're moving these around and you just cancel it out. Oops, I canceled it. Oop, I don't know what to do now. So now you're gonna come down to exit bracket, 1 limit, 1 stop. You're gonna mirror what you had right here. You will cancel your other orders, and then you're gonna place your new bracket. So that allows your bracket to be replaced. Alright, I'm sorry I did it with so many contracts. I didn't mean to hit the button that many times. So now I have my original stop and target replaced. Alright. So, a couple other things. If I want to place an alert on this line right here, I will drop the line down and then right click on it and go to enable alert. I like the alert once per bar. We'll configure it. I use actually the beep, the visual, and an email. Here are my settings for the email. Alright, so the settings for the email are this. It's basically your cell phone number at, for Verizon it's vtext.com. For ATT it's it's txt.att.net. Then you put in your address, SMTP for Gmail. You have to use this for Gmail, SSL, and the port 465. It's different for every server, for every email, and for all the different phone companies. So if you need help with it, just give me a call and I'll help you out. Because there's an easy way to find it online, exactly the settings that you need. Let's see. Other than that, for one video, this one covered almost, I'd say I left out a few things on this checklist, but we'll get around to those. I'll either do another video or we can you can come in and we'll meet up on that. So let me know if this helps with some of your questions.